Hello everyone, my name is Praveen Mishra and I welcome you all to your favorite channel, that is StudyIQ IAS English. And today we are going to discuss about this one particular topic about cinema versus nationalism. We know it very well that how cinema, proves a very vital element in our day-to-day life and how, it is providing us some negative as well as positive messages. So the actors, the celebrities in India, they are not just the actors, but specifically they have become a role model and icon for the whole of the society these days. Though I don't know how much right it is, how much wrong it is, but yes, presently the fact that celebrities, the actors, they are not just the actors or the artists, they are the role model and the icons. So whatever they do, it is followed by crores and crores of Indians. And here today is the concern. As you can see on your screen, it's about the actor Diljit Dosanjh, who has landed himself in some huge level of controversy after he accorded himself, or he hired, or let's say he caught Hania Aamir with himself in his upcoming movie, that is Sardaar Ji 3. So what is the particular controversy here? Hania Aamir, we know it very well that how she has taken negative stands against India. Obviously, she will, as she is a Pakistani personality. And apart from that, it is right now the concern for Diljit that considering the present tensions between India and Pakistan, considering the recent Pahalgam attacks, considering India's action that is known as Operation Sindoor, and considering how Pakistanis, they have been too much vocal, too much aggressive, too much violent against India. Not just the government, but also the people. And specifically talking about this personality, that is Hania Aamir, how she has been very much vocal, negatively, aggressively, violently abusing India and Indians. And here, Diljit hired her or simply took her in her upcoming movie, that is Sardaar Ji 3. So this is where the concern comes in. So the statements that we need to discuss, as you can see here, can nationalism dictate who gets to act in our movies? Is it really right for me to ask this question? Okay, when art crosses borders, should patriotism put a fence? Well, I'm not being a judge. People often say that, don't pass the judgment, just share the facts. But I'm just sharing the facts only. I'm not passing the judgment. They say that art and artists, they do not have borders. I say this is nonsense. Art has borders. Artists, they do have borders. In case we say, let's say, for example, Shahid Afridi, a cricketer, a sports person, right, and should be seen as a sports person. Why the hell did he indulge in politics? His tweet that went too viral in India, where he held a cup, where he was holding a cup of tea in his hands and was, asking us, that is Indians, India walo chai piyoge kya? Where he was referring to the tea that was offered to our braveheart Indian Air Force fighter pilot. That is, the name, the great Sir Abhinandan. Right, the one who was, crash landed in Pakistan after the Indian air strikes. So yes, we were successful in getting Abhinandan sir back to the homeland, back to the Indian soil. But these Pakistanis, what they did, they offered him a cup of tea, and now they will be like, we offered your soldier a cup of tea and we provided him some hospitality. These idiots, they do forget that, for more than 2.5 years, for around roughly 3 years, we feeded their 93,000 soldiers after the 1971 liberation war of not so grateful Bangladesh, right? So we did that here, right? And here, those people were showing off for a cup of tea. So, they say art and artists, they don't have borders. They do have borders, right? Unfortunately, we are not able to understand it. We don't know how, okay? So here we got Diljit Dosanjh here, okay? The actor come singer, okay, facing backlash for casting Hania Aamir. Now here is the concern. Outrage stems from rising tensions between India and Pakistan, especially after increased nationalist sentiments post various terrorist attack and the cross-border skirmishes. But the question remains the same. Can nationalism dictate who gets to act in our movies? Yes, it can. I have to take care about sentiments of my soldiers, those who are in some negative 20, minus 20, 30 degrees Celsius of temperature in Siachen. Those who are around, between 45 to 50 degrees Celsius of temperature at Gujarat borders, at Rajasthan borders. those who are there into the dense hilly forest areas of our northeast, those who are flying on the sky, thousands and thousands of the feet above the surface level, those who are there beneath the earth, beneath the water. Okay, that is, we talk about from the Bay of Bengal to the Arabian Sea. We have got ourselves guarded from our Navy. We have got ourselves guarded from our Indian Air Force. We have got ourselves guarded from the Army at the borders, the BSF at the borders, the CRPF, CIPF, and many more police and military personnels, right? So I have to take into the consideration and I will have to respect their sentiments, because it is they only who are guarding us and letting us survive in a free country. A country that is sovereign, a country that is totally independent, a country which is not relying on any other XYZ particular organization, institution, or a country. Not like that country that is known as Pakistan, right? So we are here, we are guarded by the government, yes, and before even government, we have got the defense machinery, the defense forces, and I will have to take care of their sentiments. So it's not about, criticizing Diljit. It's not about, considering Diljit that whether he did right or whether he did wrong. No, it's the only concern, right, that it is not the correct time probably, in my opinion. What's your opinion? Let us know into the comment section, right? At least this is not the time, right? At least. Okay. So what we have seen, 2008, 26/11 attacks. The very same personalities, those who are icons, role models to the whole country, and in fact, many more countries, they have stated that Pakistani players, they are the best T20 players in the world. Best T20 players in the world. Where are the Indian players? Right? Another personality was saying, the actors and the actresses, the art and the artists, they don't belong to any country. If they don't belong to any country, then why Pakistani artists? Why Pakistani actors? Why the so-called best T20 players of the world, okay, coming from Pakistan, right? They were busy in criticizing India. Right. So we have to take into these considerations as well, these context, these incidences as well, these events as well, basically. So here is the concern. Here is the question. Can nationalism dictate who can act in our movies? Yes, it can. It should. It must. It is needed to maintain the sovereignty of the country and to maintain the confidence of our defense forces as well. So the incidents, okay, we talk about the questions that raised. Okay, the incident opens a larger debate. First, should cinema surrender to political pressure? Absolutely no. It's not about political pressure. It's about your sentiments, nationalist sentiments. Second, is this a threat to artistic freedom or an expression of nationalistic conscience? What is this? So no, this is nowhere the threat to any kind of artistic freedom. Because let's talk about on the constitutional grounds. Simply, let's be very precise. Let's get stuck to the constitution only. These days, everyone is talking about constitution, fundamental rights, my freedom of expression, my freedom of right, my freedom of life, liberty, etc. Let's talk whether the nationalism has said something. Okay, this particular act is somewhere related something to our nationalism through the means of our constitution. Let's see that. So Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, that talks about freedom of speech and expression. But make no mistake, guys, remember, every single fundamental right is, coming to us or being given to us with some reasonable restrictions. Restrictions? No, reasonable restrictions. So Article 19, Clause 1, Subclause A, that talks about freedom of speech and expression, comes with the reasonable restrictions, indeed mentioned under Article 19, Clause 2, okay, that you can enjoy your fundamental right to speak anything, express anything, but make sure that your freedom is not violating or not disturbing the first point, that is sovereignty and integrity of our country, right? First thing. Second thing, security of the state. Third thing, public order, decency, as well as morality. Then fourth, contempt of court. Then fifth, defamation. And finally, incitement to an offense. And one more thing, that is friendly relations with foreign states, right? So I will have to take care of everything. And now, the people would be like, sir, obviously, we casted Hania Aamir in order to represent friendly relations with a foreign state. No, Pakistan so far is not a friendly state, first thing. And now here is the concern. How Hania Aamir's casting is disturbing the sovereignty and integrity of the nation? Well, absolutely it doesn't. When they are terrorists, when they're so-called armed forces, okay, I don't know about their pronunciation, right, cannot disturb our sovereignty and integrity, then how a particular person, just an actor, okay, can disturb the sovereignty and integrity? No, absolutely not. We are not feared or frightened with an actor, basically. It's nowhere disturbing. But yes, it's disturbing what? The morality, the sentiments. See from the perspective of those civilians, those citizens, those Indians who lost their loved ones on 22nd April in Pahalgam. See from the perspective of the families, of the kins, of those soldiers who laid down their lives in respect of the sovereignty of our country. 2013, these Pakistani, the same place from this Hania Aamir is coming, they decapitated 2 of my soldiers on the borders. They even played football with the head of my soldiers. And how am I going to admit this? Right? I can't admit. No, I literally can't, because this is where morality comes into the picture. Uri, Riyasi, Punch, Pahalgam, Pulwama. Will I forget this? I will never forget this. Will I forget the blasts happening in Gujarat, happening in Mumbai, happening in West Bengal, happening in Delhi, the Akshardham temple attack, the parliament attack? Will I forget this? I will never forget this. So it's not about one so-called actress, okay? One actress, I don't know how she has got the fan following in India. It's not about her. It's about sentiments of my citizens. It's about sentiments of my armed forces, my defense forces, right? So I will have to take into the consideration, right? Now, this is where you have got the answer. Whether it is disturbing the sovereignty and integrity, no, their terrorists can't. Their so-called armed forces can't, as per their pronunciation is different, right? So how, one single person from a glam sham industry can? It can't. Okay, nowhere, no one can. My integrity, my sovereignty, my national security is at its best. No question in that. But the concern is the public morality, right? Now, let's talk about that. Is it legally correct to ban the release of a movie in India? So yes, we have got an act with us, an act which is, you can see, coming from the time period of 1952, known as Cinematographic Regulation in India, the Cinematograph Act of 1952. As per the provisions of this, we have got a CBFC, that is Central Board of Film Certification. So the Central Board or the Central Bureau of Film Certification has got the power to even approve or reject the films. The CBFC can demand the cuts or even modification. Okay, and even it can deny the certification which prevents the public exhibition, right? So it has got all the powers when we talk about, okay, the Central Bureau of Film Certification coming through what? The Cinematograph Act of 1952. And apart from that, we have got some another events with us as well. The Cinematograph Amendment Bill, it is 2023, which gives the center revisionary powers over CBFC's decisions or its certificate. It has introduced the 3-tier certification structure, that is U, UA, and A. A, that is specifically for adults. UA, that is specifically for age group, okay, that is 12 and above. And U, that is okay for everyone, okay. Then we have got the provisions against the film piracy. And apart from that, it was heavily criticized, Okay, this particular act was heavily criticized for expanding government control, potentially allowing political censorship. Right? So it is not on the grounds of political control of the government over the films. It's about maintaining the decency, maintaining the public morality, as well as the confidence of our defense forces. Right? So we have got some other provisions with us as well, as in we have got section 295 capital A of the IPC, which prevents the deliberate as well as malicious acts intended to outrage the religious feelings. Let's talk about from Diljit's perspective as well. So on what grounds he did, I don't know. Neither you would be knowing, neither I am knowing. Whether he was aware that it will create some huge level of controversies, whether he was aware that what he is doing will create some ruckus, some disturbance into the nation, and he might land himself into some huge level of criticism. I don't know whether he was aware or not. I don't know what was his intentions. I am not saying that he did it, intentionally to disturb the sentiments, to disturb the nationalistic feelings. No, absolutely not. Okay, he might be having his own opinion, he might be having his own views. Let's wait. Okay, as of now, we don't have any official statement that why he did that, but specifically we have to consider the legal provisions of our country. So erstwhile IPC, that is now Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, okay, section 295 capital A says that we'll have to take into the consideration if any act has been done deliberately, that is on purpose, to or maliciously to disturb the public sentiments, religious feelings, emotions, and so on. You cannot distort that, as Article 21, that is right to life and personal liberty, is for everyone. So we have got the another one as well, that is Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code Rules 2021. Okay, that regulates OTT content and allows the content takedown on the national security grounds. Okay, so we have got the convention for our OTTs. We have got convention for the serials released on TVs, and we have also got the CBFC for the national movies. So guys, remember, okay, what's your opinion? Do let us know into the comment section. About Diljit's action. Whether you think it is right. If you think it is right, then how it is right. Or whether you think it's not right, okay, then why it is not right. So let's discuss it into the comment section, and I will be, replying to each and every comment there. Okay, we shall be having a one-on-one discussion in the next session as well regarding your comments. Okay, guys, and please remember that if you are a candidate, okay, eyeing for UPSC 2027, so you have got this information that a revolution has been unfolded for you, that is known as the resolution. So remember, guys, the long-term batch, okay, for the 2027, okay, basically, if you are a candidate for 2027 batch, so it is here, that is in the name of resolution. And what this resolution batch is providing you. So as you can see, it is P2I. P2I as in prelims to mains to interview. And you know it very well, once again. Prelims, mains, and interview, just one name, that is a StudyIQ. So what will I get if I enroll myself in this resolution batch? So first and foremost, I will be given with 1000 plus hours of live classes. Classes given by the greatest educators of UPSC CSE of this nation. Yes, it's not wrong, okay, to call the term great. As you know the names, we have got Shashank Tyagi sir, we have got Bhuvan sir, we have got Chandan sir, we have got Shubham Sagar sir, we have got Ankit sir, we have got Alok sir, we have got, Abhishek sir with us. These are the personalities, those who have got some great level or extraordinary level of wisdom and experience in teaching for UPSC CSE, that is Civil Services Examination. Right? So you know it very well that how wonderfully these teachers, they have been, their name, it has been represented in the minds of the student as one of those persons, those who are always ready to support the students, providing the best mentorship, the best guidance, right? So those will be the teachers, okay, teaching you. And you will be also having the access to the recorded lectures. And apart from that, some 18 sets of books will be sent to you directly to your home, okay, by us. So that means you don't have to go to any particular point to collect them. It will be sent by us directly to you at your doorstep. Apart from that, what do you get? You get the prelims test series, you get the mains test series, and you get the interview guidance program as well. And you know what? The most beautiful thing. If you qualify your prelims examination, okay, if you qualify your prelims examination, the amount you have paid for your subscription, that will be absolutely refunded. Not even a single penny of deduction will be there. Right? So let's say you have enrolled today, and today you have paid the amount of 35,999 rupees. Okay, this whole amount will be refunded back to you, okay, once you have cleared your prelims. And then we have to also provide you the MRP, that is the mains residential program, where you will be called here to Delhi, okay, in the hub of civil services, that is Rajendra Nagar. Okay, you will be provided the accommodation by our side, and you will be given the offline classes, okay, by the greatest educators, by those educators only with whom you have done your online classes. So guys, remember, what do you need before going ahead with the subscription is just the promo code, and here is the promo code for you, that is PRV Live. And for any discussion on any doubts related to, your course, so you can see a helpline number, okay, at the bottom of your screen. So you can just directly call on that number, and our team will guide you, okay, totally they will guide you with regard to the course and everything. Okay guys, so please make sure that you have enrolled yourself before 30th of June, okay, because the batch shall start from 30th of June and the admission shall close on the very same date as well. Okay everyone, so remember, okay, the date 30th of June, your resolution batch will be there, and it will be a revolution for you in your journey of UPSC CSE. And before you leave the session, please don't forget to hit subscribe button, that is for StudyIQ IAS English, so that you never miss an update from the channel. As you know it very well, the channel is providing you all the quantity as well as quality of the content. So guys, hit the subscribe button and never miss an update from the channel. And if you wish to connect with me, we can connect on two distinct platforms, that is on Instagram as well as on Telegram. So Telegram, I do share all my notes and PDFs, okay, here on the Telegram channel, that is a study_with_Praveen. And apart from that, if you have any discussion, if you want to have any discussion with me, so you can ping me on my Instagram channel as well. That is Praveen Mishra _2107. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching, and let us know your opinion into the comment section about the Diljit's action on casting Hania Aamir in his movie, that is Sardaar Ji 3. Okay, guys, thank you so much. See you soon. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.